Miss Niroshi from Sri Lanka. Certificate is same. Mr. Oscar from Uganda. Pioneers must run. 수바싱게 가마같이 치치게 니로시 가말카 수바싱게 from Sri Lanka. Simon, should we put our mask?
You should.
We should.
And it's on now.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on now.
어떻게 보지? 오, 나오네.
My password is DALM 8860. DALM 8860. No, just one of this. 8860. Choose MMAP.
What's the password again?
DALM 8860. DALM 8860. 5001.
I think there's a 1 or 2 minutes delay.
Yeah, I think so.
So now is the only time for you to go to the bathroom. Get yourself ready. 5 minutes.
학권이
Yeah. You guys have a 1 plus swimming, so you don't need to be excess. We are private jobs. You don't perform right now.
Hello, everyone. This is our graduate ceremony of Yonsei Master's Degree Program on Community Development at Canaan Global Leadership Center from 6th July to 31st July 2020. So anyone who are watching this graduation ceremony on live on Facebook, welcome.
소리가 너무 작다. 연결해야 돼. 라이브 방송.
It's almost time to begin our closing ceremony. So please be ready for our closing ceremony. And let us welcome our present. Okay, before we begin our closing ceremony, actually Sylvia was preparing some video clip for you. So let's watch this video first and then let's begin. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and even on Facebook, our graduate. Nice to meet you all over. Now, we will have a closing ceremony of Yonsei Master's Degree Program on Community Development. The program's duration is from July 6th to July 31st, 2020. Now, let us have a time for meditation. Let's meditate for our country, for our community, for our family, and for the peace of the world. Thank you. Now, let me introduce our graduate pioneers from one by one. So, when I call your name, please greet to all audience. First, Miss Nurieva Sevinci from Azerbaijan. Mr. Sangma Jeffrey Ratul from Bangladesh. Ms. Fat Sokuntia from Cambodia. Mr. Akoni Innocent Nge Waimbi from Cameroon. And Mr. Rebelo dos Santos Silva Jose Rodriguez Pereira from East Timor. Mr. Fishea Admelem Hailu from Ethiopia. Mr. Tuzi Isaac Asefa from Ethiopia. Mr. Vasu Funyani Nakataula from Fiji. Mr. Aoni Emmanuel from Ghana. Ms. Murli Emma Muende from Kenya. Mr. Paksasai Korbu from Laos. Ms. Cruz Maria Concepcion from Philippines. Mr. Padilla Mike Mohen from Philippines. And Mr. Havugineja Bonaventure from Rwanda. Ms. Subasinge Kamakachichige Nirosh Kamarka Subasinge from Sri Lanka. And Mr. Nuagaba Oscar from Uganda. Ms. Letty Jung from Vietnam. Now, the pioneers who have done this training program successfully. Let's give a big hand to each other together. Now, we will give the Canaan certificate. So let us welcome our chairperson of Canaan Foundation. Miss Sevenji from Azerbaijan. Certificate of training. This certifies that Ms. Nurieva Sevinci from Azerbaijan has successfully completed the training program requirement for Yonsei Master's Degree Program on Community Development at Canaan Global Leadership Center, Wonju, Gangwon, Republic of Korea from 6th July to 31st July 2020, Principal Bomil Kim and Director Wendell Hook. Mr. Salma Jeffrey Ratu from Bangladesh. Certificate is same. Ms. Fa Sokuntia from Cambodia. Certificate is same. Mr. Akoni Innocent Ngwaimbi from Cameroon. Certificate is same. Mr. Joseph from East Timor. Certificate is same. Mr. Edmund Hardy from Ethiopia. Certificate is same. Mr. Tusi Isaac Asefa from Ethiopia. Certificate is same. Mr. Basu from Fiji. Certificate is same. Mr. Aoni Emmanuel from Ghana. certificate is same. Miss Molly Emma Mwende from Kenya. Certificate is same. Mr. Paksasai Porvu from Laos. Certificate is same. Ms. Cruz Maria Concepcion from Philippines. Certificate is same. Mr. Padilla Mike Mohen from Philippines. Certificate is same. Mr. Habineza Bonaventure from Rwanda. Certificate is same. Ms. Niroshi from Sri Lanka. Certificate is same. Mr. Oscar from Uganda. Certificate is same. Ms. Lucky Chung from Vietnam. Certificate is same. Now we are going to do the oath taking by participants. So all the participants, graduate pioneers, please be ready for the oath taking. And let's welcome the leader, Sevenji, to the front.
Oath taking by graduating participants. All of us, 17 participants, completing the privileged course of Yonsei Master's Degree Program on Community Development. Take the oath of resolution as follows: to free ourselves from poverty of economic, moral, and cultural life by becoming respectful community and global leaders who would undertake community development with self-reliance and sustainability. First, we will be Canaan pioneers with a mindset to work first, serve first, and sacrifice first. Second, we will love our families, communities, nation, and the Canaan family. Third, we will carry the Canaan pioneering life to our nation through our project, Raising More Canaan Pioneering Leaders, July 31st, 2020, Graduating Pioneers. Get up.
Now, all pioneers, please be seated. Now, Chairman, Board Members of Canaan Foundation, Dr. Bomil Kim, will deliver the congratulatory address.
여러분들이 오늘 농락교를 맞추는 이 시간이기 때문에 정말로 축하하고 감사합니다.
I congratulate you, and I'm very thankful that you have completed the training.
우리 농락교는 100년 가까이 올려가지고 있습니다.
We have been doing this for almost 100 years now.
한국을 오면서 살할 수 있도록 해놓은 하나의 동기로 계기가 농락교였습니다.
We contributed as a motivation, as the strength for Korean people to rise up again and to develop.
이러한 우리 전통인을 농락교에 와서 여러분들이 한 달 동안 여기 가지고 교육에 도움이 되었다 생각합니다.
I hope it is very good opportunity for you that you were here, this institute, which has very long history.
이거 여기가 여기서 교육하는 것은 연구용이 아닙니다. 연구용이 아니고 삶을 실천하는 생명이었습니다.
What you have experienced here, what you have learned here, is not just some knowledge and skills. It is about life.
아마 여러분은 생각했지만 이렇게 하면 한국이 자기 것처럼 여러분의 국가도 잘될 수 있다고 생각합니다.
You have learned that Korean people did this and developed themselves. Now it's time for you to think about yourselves and for your people to do similar things as Korean people did.
여러분들 나도 평양에도 발전하고 있지만 이번 여기 왔다 간 뒤에 더 발전의 계기가 되는 바랍니다.
I know all of your countries are developing slowly or fast, but I want this training to accelerate your development for your country.
그래서 이런 우리가 가난하고 못하는 것은 천재가 아니라 인재입니다. 사람들 책임이 큽니다.
The development, the wealth, and the productivity is not up to the nature, it's up to people.
그래서 나도 어릴 때 2시간 동안을 일생에 대한 것 중에 핵심적인 강의를 했습니다.
I tried my best to deliver to you my experience and my life to you yesterday.
다 아는 얘기고 다툴 얘기입니다.
Many people heard about it, and you also heard about it.
일반 보편적인 강의였습니다.
You could say it was just a normal lecture.
그 내용을 통해서 나 자신의 가치 창출, 정말로 앞으로 어떻게 살아나갈지를 정말로 이번에 개척하는 여러분의 계기가 됐으면 좋겠습니다.
But I hope that you think for yourself that what kind of life you will be living, what kind of life you will be pursuing afterwards.
또 연세대학은 우리나라에서 대표적인 대학입니다.
Yonsei University is one of the best universities in Korea.
연세대학교도 저는 학문적인 전문과 가난농가 개통을 여기에 플랫폼은 굉장히 훌륭한 진로를 줄 수 있다고 생각해요.
It has very great professors and great knowledge there. So I hope you also get the best and as much as you can.
그래서 가장 제가 마지막부터 하고 싶은 것은 뭐가 문제고 하니 이기주의가 문제입니다. 이기주의.
As living until now, the one problem I can address that we have in our lives or in the world is self-loving, selfishness.
그리고 이것을 우리가 이기고 정말로 민족을 위하여 또 국가를 위하여 또 불쌍한 사람들을 위하여 원리를 위하여 또 노약자를 위하여 그 이기주의를 넘어서는 용기 있는 여러분들이 꼭 되길 바랍니다.
If you want to work for your nation, if you want to work for your people, if you want to work against poverty, if you want to work for children, elderly people, teachers, you have to think about overcoming the self-loving or selfishness, and you have to overcome and you have to move on.
이제 문제는 마지막 한마디만 할게요. 문제뿐만 아니라 실천만 남았습니다. 실천.
One last thing I want to mention to you, it is about action.
지성인들 많이 하고 계시는데 실천이 약합니다.
We have many great people of knowledge, but we are lack of actions really.
진정한 지도자는 실천인 겁니다.
True leader has his action or her action.
여기 각국에서 오셨는데 말만 가지고는 절대로 잘 살 수 없습니다. 실천하면 우리 잘 살 수 있습니다.
We have 17 leaders here. Only by the words you cannot change, you cannot develop. You have to act on it.
그러니까 내가 이제 목표를 해가지고 자기 잡고 이렇게 얘기하면 잘된 겁니다. 바로 지금부터 끝까지 해야 되겠습니다.
You shouldn't say you will start changing after you get married, after something. You have to start right now, right here.
그러니까 누군가 한달 끝났으니까 됐다고 얘기해야 가서 그건 저러지 말고 조건이 주의라고 좀 더 철저하게 주인정식을 가지고 정말로 절약하면서 사명감을 가지고 목적을 가지고 연구하고 정말로 내 민족과 내 나라가 요구하는 수가 어떤 사람인지를 다시 한번 지키고 배우면서 우리 훌륭한 지도자들과 함께 우리 무용록 살아가지고 이 세에 내가 이 일을 하고 왔다고 하는 이 뜨거움을 내가 체험하면서 나머지 우리 우리가 그때 곳곳에 살아가서 바로 우리가 불을 붙여서 불태우는 영들 꼭 생기를 한국에 부탁드립니다.
I hope that you don't go back to how you were before you came to Canaan. Just because Canaan training is over, it doesn't mean that your training in life and that your development that you have achieved is over and there isn't any of that. You have to go back to university and you have to continue living as you were living in Canaan. And I hope this fires you up, this motivates you through life for you to work for your people, your nation, and against poverty.
수업을 끝났다고 이제 관련없다고 해놓지 말고 여기 교사들이 너무 훌륭한 분들이죠. 연세도 가까우다. 연락해서 늘 만나고 소리하고 대화하면 그 마음의 감동을 가지고 수업을 수 있다고 생각합니다.
As you finish your time in Yonsei and in Korea by doing thesis, if you have any problems or anything that we could help in Canaan staff are always here for you, so you can contact them and you can ask whatever you want to know or have.
네, 모든 수고에서 여기 학생경 이번에 아주 수고를 많이 했어요.
I would like to thank our student leader who did a wonderful job.
네, 다시 한번 감사드립니다.
Yeah, thank you.
네, 부디 건강하세요.
Please be safe.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Padilla Mike Mohen from Philippines will deliver the graduate address.
Chairman Il Kim, Professor Jungseng Kim, Ms. Ruby, and to all other pioneers who are here, good morning. As I went to bed last night, I didn't really know what to prepare for this morning graduation address. I didn't know how to and where to start, as in limited capacity, could not encapsulate in 2 pages or so all the things that opened our eyes and stimulated our senses. I will not enumerate anymore all the things that we have learned along sustainable agriculture and farming techniques under Ms. Kim, nor the outputs and learnings from the lectures on facilitation skills so effectively delivered by Mr. Lee, or the community development lecture given by Ms. Julie, and how she reiterated what Canaan has done, its philosophy, and the needed sacrifice for it to be what it is today. I will not also discuss here the lectures of Professor Jungseng Kim, who led us to the discussion on what we could learn from Canaan, how we should focus not just on the results, but on the process itself. I will not also elaborate Mr. Kim's discussion on self-leadership, foundation for leadership, and our leadership strengths, nor on Mr. Simon's weekly book workshop that also became a venue for healthy exchange of opinions and views. It would also be too ambitious of me and too overwhelming for me if I will tackle Chairman Il Kim's lecture that highlighted the 3S philosophy, the 3 senses, and the meaningful and challenging life he and his family lived. But rather, allow me to share what we as a group realized. As I stand here today, I am but a mouthpiece of 16 other students who joined this training. I am but an ambassador of 16 other students whose lives have been challenged and changed in the 4 weeks that we are here. I am but one person out of the 16 other pioneers who are here today. I am but one pioneer out of the 1,000 around the world who embody work, service, and sacrifice. Firstly, we realize that pioneers are not afraid to take the road less traveled. That as we lead, we have to leave our comfort zones and leave our security blankets behind. We will not choose things and we will not act based on our very own convenience, but on the basis of what needs to be done, even if it is hard, even if it entails sacrifice of small and great magnitudes. Pioneers must do it. We must do it. Even if only a few people are doing it, we must do it. We must sweat. We must be confused. It is only by being confused do we strive to understand, and by understanding, we will be able to learn. Secondly, pioneers do not pull each other down, but lift each other up. Imagine if there are more and more pioneers around the world. Imagine a world where people think alike, where people are one in heart, mind, and spirit. But even if you are separated by great distances and miles away, we know that we always have a community around the world, around the globe. Imagine the network that we are capable of creating. We have that power because we are pioneers. Thirdly, pioneers strive for excellence. We don't settle for the mediocre. We strive for excellence, hence we demand excellence. We practice excellence. We breathe, drink, eat excellence in everything that we do, despite our shortcomings. What the world needs now are role models that they can emulate and people who can inspire them. And as pioneers, we have that responsibility and burden upon our shoulders to become role models in speech, in deeds, and in lifestyle. Fourthly, pioneers are brave, but we are not invincible to fear. We get afraid sometimes. Pioneers become worried sometimes. But despite these fears, apprehensions, and worries, we do not give up. We simply do not give up. Most people would say that the brave ones are those who do not get afraid, but I believe otherwise. Brave people are people who, despite being afraid, continue to do and fight for what is right. We reject giving up, especially if the cause is noble, for God, for country, for people. Fifthly, pioneers are not afraid to transform. We practice what we preach. We walk our talk. When we say work, service, sacrifice, we work, we serve, we sacrifice. We are capable of changing small things first. We walk the faith. We live out the gospel. We do not have to broadcast to the world what we can change. It is our lifestyle and values that will speak of that. We will always keep ourselves low profile, but we will always continue to banner our pioneering spirit. Sixthly, pioneers innovate. We challenge status quo. We enable a spirit of discovery. We become agents of change. We are game changers, and we can create something from nothing. Seventhly, pioneers value relationships and friendships. Let us shepherd to our families first, to our office mates first, one group first, one community first, one nation first. Most of us are capable of becoming intellectual giants, but in the end, we become emotional dwarfs. Pioneers, we should exercise our hearts too. Lastly, pioneers search not for material or earthly success, but for meaning. The more we search for meaning and purpose, the more we understand life and our existence. Successful life doesn't mean meaningful life, and vice versa. So this morning, on behalf of 16 other students, and on behalf of thousands of men and women who were trained before us on the same ground, on the same building, with the same spirit and with the same action, with the same vision, allow me to say thank you to everyone who has supported and trained us, to the President and his family, to Ms. Kim, Mr. Tim, Professor Kim, Mr. Lee, Ms. Sylvia, Ms. Julie, Mr. Simon, and to our chefs, and other staff who may not always be around, to Yonsei Koika, and to everyone who made this experience possible, thank you. And as we go back to Yonsei this afternoon, and to our respective countries and families this December, the real challenge begins. Shall we begin to echo the pioneering spirit, or shall we just continue with what we were and who we were, or what we were used to doing? Shall we be able to sustain the same spirit that we have today, or will it just die a natural death? Shall we continue to remember, or shall we forget? Only time can tell. But with all my heart, my mind, and my spirit, I believe, I truly believe that once a pioneer, always a pioneer. Good morning, everyone. Kamsahamnida.
We'll recite our Canaan slogan, and so please be in front of your flag, and let's recite our slogan. Okay, now let's recite our Canaan slogan all together. Let's begin.
I work first. I serve first. I sacrifice first. Let's learn until we know. Let's devote ourselves to work. Let's serve in humility. Change myself first. Change now first. Change here first. Change small things first. Change global things first. Change until the end. Pioneers must be dreamers. Pioneers must be confident. Pioneers must be committed. Pioneers must be devoted. Pioneers must be strong-willed and patient. Pioneers must be brave and decisive. Pioneers must be passionate and faithful. Pioneers must run. Pioneers must sweat and weep. Pioneers must be knowledgeable. Pioneers must maintain a peaceful family. Pioneers are not born overnight. I have seen my sweat on my forehead. I commit my sweat. The less I sweat, the more I weep. The more I sweat, the less I weep. If I lose money, I lose a little. If I lose honor and credit, I lose much. If I lose health, I lose all. Today is the first day of the best of days. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Take courage, my country. Take courage, my people.
Okay, thank you. Let's finalize our closing ceremony.